Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fortress Comic News, episode 460. I am your host, Chris, alongside my co-host here, Mike.
Hey.
Mike, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. This is the, it's funny because at work this week, the first week back, really, everybody's like logged in now, logged on, and like, okay, I gotta start doing the shit I was putting off. And for us, we don't get as many interviews because the comic writers are like, oh fuck, I gotta start like working. So usually around the holidays, they're more accommodating because we've done like interviews and people have been in like their broom closets at like their mother's house and stuff. Like, you can hear the kids in the background and stuff. So it's always funny when we get those interviews.
And it's nice. We do those 2 episodes at the end of the year. I kind of marathon them in 2 days, and then I take a week off from the show.
Hell yeah. As you deserve. And it is funny though because like Chris and I, you know, everybody knows that we meet up before we record this. We chat for a minute, but it's like we haven't seen each other in a few weeks, and now it's like, well, we got a lot we want to talk about, but we just record it now because this is how we catch.
And it was so funny because we'll get into it, but like there was this big event that happened that was so divisive. I'm talking about Stranger Things finale, and I've been holding back texting you about it because I'm just like,
it's it is divisive, but I just want everybody to be appreciative before we get into like whether good or bad. Can you just appreciate for a second that you're allowed to be you're allowed to be a community of fans that are divisive about an ending, and I can see good arguments for both sides, Chris, where it's like a show like Lost, everybody's like, the last season fucking sucked. You know what I mean? Like everybody's a huge Lost fan, but like we're all in agreement that like the ending was bad.
Yeah.
So like in my day of like watching shows like Fringe and Lost, I'm looking at you, Abrams, but you can't finish a story. But like to have a point where we can be like, hey, to get to the point where we could argue like that, and like we got to see a fucking kaiju in the last, like who's complaining about that? Like, come on.
Yeah. We'll get that in a minute, but prior to us taking a little break, you were reading this book that you were like, you have to read.
Dude, I'm like a missionary for this book now. People at work are reading it.
Yeah.
Any chance I get to talk to somebody about this book.
I'm bringing it to the D&D group. That's how much I liked it.
Dude,
we're talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl, and great for the show. It was just announced they're picking up a TV show for it.
Oh, really?
There is a TV show in the works for it. So, okay. So what did you think? You read the first book entirely?
Yeah, and I loved it. To anyone out there, I do audiobooks, so I listen to the audiobook, and I highly recommend that because the production value on it's really good. Like, the voice actor to do it was awesome. They added in some sound effects. They, like, those moments in the book where the menu pops up or the quote-unquote game is talking to Carl, they put a little synthesizer over his voice, so it sounds robotic.
That's cool.
And he just has he's able to change his voice, so, like, the cat has her own unique voice, and Carl, and so on and so on.
Princess Donut,
and just all around. I remember I was just describing this to the missus, and she just goes, "This is." She goes, outside of like the world being destroyed and everything. She goes, "This seems like your dream. You and your cat just
just tearing it up,
just hunting fucking goblins and shit,
fucking tearing it up." Yeah,
it's anybody that plays like a video game RPG or a D&D tabletop RPG. Anything like that, like this is the book for them. It's so fun and good. It's a unique adventure. I love that, like right off the bat. So Mike described it, but like aliens come, they terraform the Earth and turn it into basically a video game where there's different dungeons and you have to go down. Now you have stats and all this different shit. But right off the bat, like how they start the book is Princess Donut jumping out of the window and Carl jumping with her, as a starting point to get him in his underwear with no clothes, nothing.
No clothes, yeah.
Like you would in like an RPG.
Yep, he's been doing that since like book 1. Yeah.
And you just, you meet all the level 1, like him going and finding the little bugs and just like killing them over and over again just to grind XP. Getting the loot boxes, everything about it was just perfectly done.
The loot boxes, like my favorite. Like I can't wait to get to the loot boxes. So Chris is doing an audiobook, and I'm I've actually, it's been so long since I've read a physical novel. You know, I'm a very slow reader. I mean, I read comics fairly quickly, but I've always been a slow reader. Like, my attention span's pretty bad. That's why I always do audiobooks like you. But I'm at the point with Dungeon Crawler Carl, I've bought 5 of the volumes. I'm almost done with a 3rd book, and it's been like, I don't know, since Christmas, so I've read like almost 3 novels, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And they're like, this last one's almost 500 pages, which is insane for me to, but I'm like, for some reason, and I'll probably go back and do the Audibles, because I've heard, it's just Audible, I don't have an Audible subscription right now, I have a different subscription, and they have an exclusivity on the audiobooks right now.
Yeah, and the other thing, the reason I ended up picking it up too was I when people tell me about a book, I'll look it up on Audible and then I'll read the description real quick, check a few things out about it, and I'll add it to my wish list. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't add it to my wish list. I bought it because it was $4.
Oh shit, that's really good.
And then as I'm like 3/4 of the way through the book, I go and I'm like, I wonder if any of the other ones are on sale too. And the second one was $5. And after that, they went up in price because there was some sale they were doing. So I bought the second one. I have it ready.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm really excited.
So I'm almost done with the 3rd book, and there's 8 books out there right now, folks. Each, like, he gets to the floors of the dungeon. Book 1's floor 1, book 2's floor 2, and book 3's floor 3 so far. So it's like, and I think there's like 18 floors or something. Yeah. So it works. The pop culture references are amazing. Yeah. There's like something for everybody, but the best way to describe it is really like, it's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as like with a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Is really, and the tone, like the AI tone is Hitchhiker's Guide of like that.
Yeah, it's more American humor than British. Mm-hmm. But I 100% agree with that assessment.
Yeah, like
and now you say that
AI making light of things. Yeah.
Now you say that makes sense because Hitchhiker's Guide is one of my favorite books. Like, I love that series,
and it's an easy read because you're like, I don't know, it's like sci-fi, but it's like, it's sci-fi that doesn't like, it doesn't, every explanation isn't like numbers and math, which is fine. Like, that's cool. Like, this is everyday sci-fi for like people that don't dive into that stuff.
Well, it's funny. I was over at the missus' place yesterday for dinner, and I come over and the kids were like, "We want to watch a movie. We want to watch a movie." And I was like, and I just kind of sitting there because I'm like, "Well, it's not my decision."
Yeah,
you know. and she goes, "Yeah, go ahead. And what do you want to watch?" And they go, "We saw this movie, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy." And my eyes perked up because I know there's like divisiveness in that movie with the fan base, but I like that movie. I think it's well done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just looked at him. I was like, yes, like I will sit down with you and watch this fucking movie. It's so good. Mm-hmm. And we watched the whole thing. And afterward, like they both liked it. But her daughter loves to read. And so I was talking to her. I was like, this is a series of books. Like I have like it's not real leather, but like a leather-bound edition of it. You know, like Barnes & Noble does those special ones with the trim.
I love those. Mm-hmm.
I've got one. I've got that because it's one of my favorite books. And we were talking about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I would love to read that. That sounds so cool." So I'm like, I just had this moment.
Right? It's Hitchhiker's Guide, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish is one of them.
And then the Restaurant at the End of the Universe.
Restaurant at the End of the Galaxy. Yep. Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of the collected one I have has I'm going to remember. It's been a minute. Mm-hmm. But there's some novellas and some short stories in the world too. So there's a lot there.
That's cool.
Because that's one of those I got the audiobook on my wish list because at some point I want to reread it. But this year I have a lot going on with my audiobook reading because now I'm definitely going to be reading through this Dungeon Crawler Carl.
That's the problem. This put like a wrench in my plans. I'm actually almost done with the Two Towers, the Andy Serkis Audible, where Andy Serkis reading through Lord of the Rings. So those are amazing. But like I'm listening to those and I'm also reading and I'm reading comics. So I'm trying to consume as much as possible.
So I'm going to read through this series this year is my plan. Mm-hmm. And then also Harry Potter reread is in the books because those full cast versions.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for those. Yeah.
They've already got 3 of them out.
Oh okay.
So I'm going to do those this year. And then I'm still reading through The Expanse. But the thing with The Expanse, it's good.
Yeah.
But in audiobook terms, they're 20-hour reads.
Oh, yeah. They're long. That's a lot. Yeah.
They're big books and they're hefty and they're dealing with a lot of like
Sci-fi
it's more
politics.
yeah, it's more political, like thought-provoking sci-fi, and a lot of military stuff too. Don't get me wrong. Like the second half of the book is usually like a giant fight, but it's just dealing with heavier things. Where like Harry Potter and Dungeon Carl. That's the problem with this book is it's a tongue twister. Dungeon Crawler Carl are more like light and just like fun adventures, and like I don't have to worry too much about like really being focused on the
you don't, and a lot of the stuff is like it's like, oh, you got an item, I wonder when he's going to use that. You know, I'm like, I'm waiting for him to use this one thing that he got a few levels ago. So it's really cool. And then he starts like sliding in the second and third book have like the political, like sci-fi politics that he kind of slides in your fun like D&D book, and you're like, whoa, interesting. And yeah, I think it's just such a great read. It's a lot of fun, and especially if you play D&D, it's like scratching the itch of me not being able to play D&D. It's like it almost feels like a D&D podcast,
and I think it'll make an okay show. Like I'll definitely check it out. It really depends how they pull it off.
It's going to be tough for them to handle that, I think, but
we'll see. I think this could be a really cool like OGN series. Like if somebody's giving you money, do whatever you want because the author deserves it. He's been doing this for a long time and it's finally blowing up. But I wouldn't suggest like a month to month, like an Oni Press or an Image Comics or something. I would do hardy graphic novels, maybe like 2 or 3 per book, and really like section off the books in ways that help us like read it in a more fantastical way. Because for him to do the books in comic form and have to have that cliffhanger at every issue, would be tough in the world he built there.
Yeah, for sure. If they could do each novel in one graphic novel or something, would be great. But yeah, highly recommend it. I've been playing Expedition 33. So I've been playing on my break. Really good game. It is turn based. The story's wild. It's almost like I'm playing a Kojima game mixed with Final Fantasy, and I don't mind like that type of fantastical stuff and that type of weird like mindfuck plot that I have no idea what's going on still. But the characters are very Final Fantasy-esque. But and they're even confused at what's going on too. So it's like you're kind of discovering it together. The boss fights are cool. It's like turn-based, but like real-time action stuff. So you have to deflect and dodge. I really like it.
Yeah, I want to check that game out. But I was kind of hoping there would be like a Switch version.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like that's something they want to do or are focused on for some reason. But
yeah, I think they're a smart company, right, that developed this game.
Yeah, they're small, independent company doing it. So
highly recommend. And then I watched the new Predator movie, Predator Badlands, because it just came out to rent. I'll say I didn't expect it to really good action movie. I did not expect it to tie into the Alien universe so much.
Oh.
So Ellie Fanning, or whatever her name is, the Fanning sister that plays the robot, she's a robot from a Weyland-Yutani ship, the like company in Alien. That's like her reason for being there is they send these androids out to discover species and planets. So there's like a pretty significant tie there to the universe. Okay. Which is really cool way to do it.
Out now.
Yeah,
maybe it's time.
And there's also the end connects it to. I'm not going to tell anybody how it connects it, but it connects it to like Prey and the other movies that they've done. So it's like coming to a head, which is really cool. I mean, if you're like sticking with these movies, it's like paying off. It's a really cool way they're doing it.
I think outside of like my normal watching habits, I did watch. Kind of the movie, probably the best movie I watched, which isn't really saying a ton to be honest with you. But that movie Roofman, I watched it.
Oh yeah, I saw that come out.
I'll say, if you were expecting like I was, kind of an action comedy movie, you'll be disappointed because it's a comedy romance almost.
Oh, okay.
And luckily I watched it with the missus, so like, we had a good time watching it together. But it's really, it's Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst in like this weird scenario, and they fall in love, and then something happens at the end. Like, I'll kind of just say that, but it's got funny moments in it because Channing Tatum's just a great actor and can do these great comedic moments well.
Yeah.
But I expected it to be more of a comedy and less of like this tragic thing about a very dumb person.
Yeah, I did hear that it came out. I was going to check it out.
Yeah, I forget. It's on Peacock or Paramount or one of those.
One of the 12 streaming sites we have now. There was a Wonder Man trailer. I didn't want to watch it, but because I don't think I'm going to end up watching this show. But what do you think about it?
So it brings back the actor from Iron Man 3.
Yes, Ben Percy.
Yeah,
right.
Where he's kind of back in Hollywood, and he's kind of bringing in the Wonder Man, and trying to help him get a job. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be okay. I don't see this being something. I see this as a one and done. We'll never see Wonder Man again, if I'm being honest with you. Like, this is kind of how I'm feeling with it.
Yeah.
Unless they really kind of like Ironheart want to like shove it down our throats a little bit, but
I hope not.
It didn't look that great. I mean, guy with superpowers who's an actor. I mean, I know that's who Wonder Man is.
Right.
But just Wonder Man grew into something so much more than just that story. And also they kind of already ruined one of the best parts of Wonder Man, which is the fact that like Vision's brain is based on his and all this
they
stuff.
didn't do any of that stuff. Yeah.
They should have done. I mean, I get it. Early on, you were focused on the Avengers, but Wonder Man was a character they should have done much earlier in the story, in the MCU story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks okay. I'll probably watch it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've watched everything else. Why not? But I don't expect it to be the thing that's going to be great this year. I think it's going to be the forgotten thing this year. Is what it looks like. But we'll see. We'll see.
And we could talk about we'll talk about those other trailers in a second. But yeah, they've kind of. I feel like all these Doomsday trailers that we've got. It's like, okay, we're moving on. Like, yeah.
You can see the reboot
yeah,
in the trailers.
You can see it happening. Like we're done. We're moving forward. Yeah, so the Stranger Things finale came out over break. I think.
Did you get the secret episode?
Yeah. People kept telling me about that. I was like, this is not happening. Like, it's just not happening.
I never believed it. Let's go put that out there. But I fell in love with the people that did. Like, that were just putting out these amazing videos that was like people watching the JFK assassination.
Oh, dude, the videos were convincing, man. I was like, holy fuck. Like, these people are good. I will say, though, if it did happen, some friends were talking to me about it, it was like, that would have been the best marketing strategy of, like, all time. It would have been like, if it did happen, it would have been so epic that there was a time where my friend was reminding me about this time when Paranormal Activity 3 came out in the movie theaters. I think I was in college. It's my favorite Paranormal Activity movie. But the crazy part about that was they show all these terrifying, scary, creepy moments in the trailer. You go to watch the movie and you see those scenes. Not one of the scenes from the trailer is in the movie. And there was no callback, no attention to that, but it was like so genius for a horror movie that I was like, I still remember that marketing to that day. That would have been like so epic. But damn.
I could tell by how this episode felt that no. They felt, I'll say the Duffer Brothers felt like this was the great finale they wanted to tell.
Yeah.
You could tell by how it was written, planned out, acted, like everything about it was just like, this is the grand finale of the and then even like it's in theaters, like I don't think Netflix near the beginning might have pulled something like this. Like, I believe that if this show came out on time and Netflix was still kind of on the upswing, maybe it would be something they would give a shot. But now, no, they've got billions of dollars buying fucking Warner Brothers and all this other stuff they're doing. There's no, They're a
ready
giant
to move
corporation
on.
now. Giant
Yeah.
corporations don't take chances like that.
No, they're like, oh, we're gonna own Batman soon. We're gonna just make a Batman show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Batman Netflix show pretty soon.
But as a whole,
yeah.
What's kind of your feeling on that 2-hour movie we got for a finale?
So I thought it was good. I mean, I think overall, season 5 wasn't my favorite season. I think I'll talk. I think season 4 was really good. I think season 1 was probably one of my favorites. But I mean, there were some cool moments. Like, I think at the end, them all putting up their D&D books at the end was really cool. And like the younger generation taking over and playing D&D. I like that ending. The kaiju, the giant spider kaiju, was awesome. I didn't mind any minute of that. And people are like, well, why did the fight last longer? Well, it's TV and that costs money, folks. I'm surprised they did that when they did. I thought that was cool. And like the reveal of like, I mean, they got me with the end. I didn't see that coming with, 8 still being alive and projecting and stuff. I thought it was a fine ending. Like, I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on shows and movies to like stick the landing, and you got to look at the show as a whole, and I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I bring up like other shows I've watched where it's like you harbor on that last season and it literally will ruin a show for you. Like, just watch some like shows that like Chuck. That ending is like the worst. But the show is so amazing, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think they did the best the best they could do with the circumstances. Like the writer's strike, the kids look significantly older. They're all doing their own things now, so it's like, yeah. At the end of the day, I think it came together well and it was pretty good.
I think people put too much on endings.
Yeah.
And I never hear of a show in particular ending and people being satisfied. Like, I think back to How I Met Your Mother and how that show ends. And spoilers for this show, but the whole thing is that Ted's in love with Robin the whole time through 10 seasons or whatever it was. And it's like, yeah, they said that in the very first episode, guys.
Right.
Like, that was the plan from the very first episode. And you could tell because they filmed the kids that they didn't show for like 5 seasons prior.
Right.
Back when they were young. Yeah. But anyways, so I just think people put too much into it. So I think the ending was good. It was okay. It was fine. Like, there was things I would change about it. There was things I thought were dumb about it. But it's honestly, the ending for me was the episode before the ending.
Right.
Or like, it really kind of just, the journey ends and we get to this big climactic fight. That fight, if that fight was just at the end of the last episode, it would have been fine for me. Like, I didn't need to know where they all go and what happens to them.
Yeah, right. That's fine.
Other than, Will getting attacked by Dahmer, which was a weird thing to do. But
Will's like had the worst life.
My only complaint was either kill Elle or don't.
Yeah.
I don't like, it's like the Sopranos ending. Like, how do you end the Sopranos? Well, you end the Sopranos with him dying. Just do it.
Right.
Don't pussyfoot around it.
Yeah.
That was my only big complaint of the thing. I saw people like really picking apart, like, this door was in the wrong. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't notice that shit, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they all are gonna go off. I liked I'm zoning on the kid's name, but the kid who gives the valedictorian speech.
Oh yeah, Dustin doing what Eddie said he was going to do.
Yep, doing exactly what he was supposed to do.
That's cool.
And then I think my only other quote unquote complaint was I thought that Eddie would get a comeuppance in the community. Like, I thought they would find a way to like make him a hero at the end of the day, but.
And people are like, oh, well, the army kind of pieced out really quickly. I'm like, well, I mean, you guys, clearly not a lot of you read enough comic books. Not people listening to the show, but like, in general, I'm like, this shit happens all the time in the comics. They're like, to this hand wave, like, the army doesn't need to be around anymore. It's like, okay, whatever.
Oh yeah, in real world, all those kids would be in a gulag for the rest of their lives. Like, like, I get
you
that.
You can't show that. That's what they're all in, like, drug-induced comas, and just imagining that ending is really what it is. But yeah, I thought it was fine. And man, like, I do complain a lot about stuff as I get older. I've definitely gotten older being on the show, but, it's been almost 10 years, but I think more and more when we get properties like, when Wonder Man comes out, I'm just going to choose not to watch it, but like stuff that I'm into, Lord of the Rings, Batman, like I'm going to watch the things, and like I'm really not going to be too judgmental about it.
No,
I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is.
At the end of the day, I think Stranger Things is a show with one bad season.
Yeah.
And an ending that was okay. And that's fine. Like that, it's still going to be one of the best shows ever made.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to look back on the show fondly.
Yeah.
And I also, if you really, like I said, if the show came out on time, it would cure some of the issues with like the kids being too old, like they're in their 30s now or whatever,
sure. Yeah.
and all this stuff. But I also kind of my headcanon for that last season was, yeah, this is a show in the 80s. Like, of course, all the teenagers are in their 30s or late 20s or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? Yeah.
I was able to forgive some. I love that last scene, though, the big fight and killing of Vecna. And like everybody, it wasn't just Elle that did it. Everybody came together.
Oh, the part with Joyce chopping his head off with an axe, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And I'll give that. I said it early on, I think the first part of the last season when we talked about it. The women in this show are so... I just love how badass and feminine they are. They're not just given roles to be like, it's a dude, but it's actually, dude roles for women to do. Like, no, it's...
Yep.
Like, she is the matriarch of that family once again, and at the end, she's like, you fucked with my kid.
Yeah, goodbye.
And we're not doing this anymore. Like, one step away from putting Vecna's head on a spike.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so good.
I love that.
Yeah, some of the moments were just epic. And I thought it was a good time. I am excited because they did mention, like, they're going to do, like, a Stranger Things show, but in, like, a different part of the world or U.S., maybe a different time. If they wanted to do, like, an anthology series now of, like, Stranger Things, of, like, government experiments like that, gone wrong, like... It would be in their best interest to do 1 or 2 seasons so they don't run into an issue like this again, Like, tell a more smaller story about some weird sci-fi shit.
Well, I saw a theory that the first season was supposed to be, like, after the first season was supposed to be an anthology. That we weren't really supposed to follow these kids for 5 years, or 5 seasons.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just somebody's theory. But, I kind of... Listen, if they come out with it, I'll probably watch it. Don't get me wrong, but I think we can kind of put away Stranger Things. It can be a thing that lives on.
Yeah,
in comics.
I just want to know what the Duffer Brothers are doing.
Yeah, like let them just figure out the next thing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Duffer Brothers are like, we're done. I mean, I know they've said that we wouldn't go back to these characters at any point. That would feel like a cash grab. It would surprise me if they're just like, we'll sell it to Netflix, or Netflix probably owns it, but do we want Netflix? We're just not doing it. And they just show up as like an EP or something.
Yeah, right.
Give me my money and you can do what you want.
Just don't, like, if Netflix does that, I just see it turning into The Walking Dead after that.
It just, it feels like, how are you going to, how are you going to do this again?
Right.
Because we already know everything about the Upside Down and what happened. Like that's been revealed. You can create a brand new. I mean, I guess if you turn it into an X-Files thing where it's Stranger Things, Las Vegas, but now it's UFOs or something.
Right. Yeah.
But I feel like at that point, just call it something different.
Yeah, call it. We got. I haven't caught up on. Fallout, so we'll have to just wait to chat about that, I guess.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched any of it yet. I need to jump on that.
The Batman Part 2 cast as Harvey Dent this week, which is pretty awesome. The MCU star, Winter Soldier himself, Sebastian Stan, will be playing Harvey, which, when I heard that casting, I was like, hot damn, that's awesome.
Winter Soldier and Black Widow are in the Batman.
Yeah, that's crazy. So now DC is like, okay, I guess we can start poaching some actors. This is dope. This sounds so cool.
It makes sense because it was Paul Dano that played.
Paul Dano, played Riddler.
So, I mean, the Batman Part 2 has more of a spotlight on it now. But people forget that, like, the first movie was star-studded too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this one just has so many great actors and actresses in it that I'm super excited. It needs to just be filmed at this point.
Yeah.
Like, this is another one. I feel like we're seeing it more in pop culture as a whole, and I don't like this trend personally, but it's been too long.
I know.
We should have had this movie like 2 years ago.
I know. It's crazy.
But that said, I'm still gonna be super stoked for it. The only positive to it happening in movies is I can watch the Batman Part 1 like the night before and then go see it in the theaters. Like, it's going to take 2 hours of my life and then move on. It's not like a video game where it's like, oh, your sequel came out 5 years later. I don't remember what happened in the first game.
I know. That's crazy. I want to finish this trilogy and just watch it all together.
I'm excited. And I heard that the guy who played the Joker's coming back, so Joker plays some part in the story. And this leads to more speculation because I don't think anybody had Two-Face as the big villain.
No.
So I'm wondering what's going on here.
We did speculate like Long Halloween stuff.
Yeah. When the last when Scarlett Johansson was announced, I remember you said that.
So
we knew that Harvey was in something.
We knew we needed a Harvey, right? So yeah.
I mean, the lead up, it was all like I was saying Bane. But I think most people are saying Victor Freeze.
Oh yeah, or Long Halloween into. I could see like Victor Freeze, and then the reason Victor Freeze is involved is because like the Court of Owls used him to like cryogenically freeze themselves, to live forever or some shit.
Yeah, I still want Court of Owls, but I'll take whatever they want to do. I think this movie's gonna be great. So.
We also got several Marvel, trailers, mostly dudes with babies, but basically the Avengers Doomsday teasers that they were running in movie theaters. So the first one was the Cap one. We get original Cap back. He's got a baby. And then it's like Cap will return. And then we get Thor with his baby. Thor will return. But the last one was the best one, the X-Men one, I think.
That was the most memorable one. I'm actually I'm gonna play the Thor one because I can't remember what happened.
I think he's like in the woods and he has a child there or something. I can't remember either.
Yeah, it's the X-Men one is obviously the one that's getting the most conversation because it's got Cyclops and X-fans. Yeah. I like to pretend that Cyclops is a good character.
I saw somebody describing him because I've never read this. I've never read this old school X-Men, but people are like, old school X-Men, Cyclops is like the Captain America of the X-Men, and I was like,
No, Cyclops is fine. They've abused him over the years, and now he's just, I don't know. He's kind of like a lot of things in X-Men. It's just they do the same thing over and over again, and that's why I can't get into it. Is there's too much continuity, and then people are just doing the same shit.
Crazy to see Patrick Stewart coming back, though.
I'm excited to see Patrick Stewart die as Professor X for the 18th time. Yeah, that's gonna be great.
It's just crazy to see these 80-year-old men acting together still.
Yeah, he didn't look like a baby. It looks like a child of some sort. Yeah. I think the Chris Evans one for me obviously was most exciting, and I think that's the one everybody was predicting. Yeah. Thor was obvious to come back. I'm not really sure why they went out of their way to do that one. The X-Men one, or the X-Men one is the most obvious that it's going to be an Avengers versus X-Men movie. Mm-hmm. I saw that moment of Cyclops taking off his goggles and just shooting into the sky. Like, that's straight out of that comic. So I see what they're doing. They're going to pull all the X-Men from the Fox universe, bring them over to ours, and there's going to be a big fight between them. It's going to lead to Doom getting some sort of ultimate power, whatever that is. I'd be shocked if they bring the Beyonder into it, but we'll see. And he's going to create the Secret Wars world. And that's going to be our big reboot. Is that happens, it reforms, we come back to a new Marvel MCU.
They pick and choose which characters they actually want.
Yeah.
And Wolverine will finally get to say goodbye to, I think.
We'll say goodbye to Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
And we'll definitely get whatever this next iteration of X-Men is afterwards. But I'm excited. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of at this point, it's not like it was back in the day. Mm-hmm. It's just get it here. Like, I want to know what's going on. I don't want to.
We don't need to be like this report in. They're wearing red boots on the set. Like, no, I want the movie to come out.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day where I would have been so stoked to see. Oh my God, Cap and Thor are gonna fight together. He's gonna pick up the hammer. Or will he pick up the hammer?
Right.
I mean,
we've seen it all. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just time for it's time for a reboot. It's time for fresh blood, new characters, new actors, all that. So, and also I'm kind of sick of the reporting of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to save comic movies. It's like let me just put this out there, everybody. Comic movies don't need saving. They're as good as they've ever been.
Yeah.
You've just built up in your mind how good they used to be. You'd forget how crappy like Iron Man 3 and 2 were. And how like how many bad Thor movies there were and all that.
Yeah.
I just think the whole conversation around the movies have kind of soured me a little bit. But I'll be here for Spider-Man: Brand New Days coming out this year.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Really excited for Supergirl. I'm super excited for Avengers: Doomsday, and it comes out around the same time as Dune 3. So
crazy.
I'm gonna be in my prime.
It's a good time at the movies for sure.
Yeah. But these trailers, are fine.
Listen, I'm here for He-Man this year, dude.
That's this year. It's going to be a good year for movies, dude.
Yeah.
At least nerd movies that we're into. Yeah. I think Gib posted a thing of all the movies coming out on, and I was just like, oh yeah, there's so many good fucking movies this year.
I'm getting a He-Man movie this year.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it real quick.
And Supergirl. It's
gonna be tough because Gib posts way too fucking much.
Damn, Gib. Damn. Gib getting heat on the show. Don't let him hear this. Sorry, dude. Didn't mean it.
Here it is. Yeah, Avengers Doomsday. The Odyssey. I'm really excited about the Odyssey. I think
the Odyssey. Chris Nolan's Odyssey.
Super Mario Galaxy is out this year. There's a new Toy Story out this year. I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Toy Story 5. Yeah.
These two I don't care about, but I think it's big. New Hunger Games and a new Chronicles of Narnia are out this year.
Oh, shit.
New Star Wars, Mandalorian, Grogu are this year. Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter out this year.
Dude, what a year for... This is a crazy year for movies.
I'm not convinced, but allegedly Clayface is out this year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see.
And they're doing a new scary movie, which...
Oh, damn.
Like...
I'm excited for that, too. We talked about that. I'm excited for that.
Those were funny movies back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
we have a lot of new horror genres to pull from. It's been 20 years.
Yeah, and then the guy, I don't know if you remember the movie The Martian, but the guy who wrote this other book called Hail Mary. These are books I also really want to read this year.
Oh yeah, Hail Mary's coming out. Yeah,
Hail Mary's coming out this year. So
I saw the trailer.
It's gonna be an insane year for movies.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, we're gonna be eating good next year, folks. Eating good. A little bit of comic book news. Marvel announced another Fantastic Four First Steps tie-in book called Fantastic Four First Foes. It should be written by Dan Slott and Mark Buckingham with a backup story by Ryan North. So return to the world of Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four First Steps. First series of quarterly one-shot specials through 2026, expanding on different characters and moments from the film on Earth 828. A cosmic mishap has transformed the four brave astronauts and world's champions and protectors. They're the Fantastic Four, but one person isn't happy about these things. He's known as the Mad Thinker, and he's determined to get his proper due, turning the city of tomorrow against the heroic patrons. In addition to the main story, Fantastic Four First Foes #1 will also include a 2-page Fantastic Science feature inspired by Reed Richards' educational programming in the world of the film. And it's written by Ryan North, who's behind Marvel's ongoing series for Fantastic Four, and a short story for the fans don't want to miss. So, a little late to the game doing it for the movie universe now, I feel like. If you're a huge Fantastic Four fan, you'll pick it up. I probably won't pick it up because I don't care that much about the movie universe stuff, but I don't know.
I think it's interesting that once again, because you remember the other one that I think you
there already
read,
was one. Yeah,
and that was Matt Fraction. And now they're bringing... I know it's not as big of a name, but Dan Slott's a big deal at Marvel.
Yeah.
And then they have Ryan North involved, too. Like, it's interesting. And the fact they plan these being quarterly...
Yeah.
I'll be watch. I don't think I'll be reading them, but I'll be watching to see what's going on with them because that's cool.
Yeah, making them quarterlies and like, what are they gonna? Are they gonna announce like a Fantastic Four movie in a year after that or something like?
And I like the idea of fantastic science. It reminds me of flashbacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea. You should do that in some sort of like all ages title. Mm-hmm. Because I remember when flashbacks came out, and I know flashbacks was a thing back in the 70s and 80s, but when that book came out from what was the actress's name that was in Big Bang Theory's got a PhD?
Oh yeah.
But anyway, she wrote it.
Something.
Maya something, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I bought like 8 of them because
awesome.
every kid I knew, I'm just like, here. It's the Flash and it's science. Enjoy.
Hell yeah.
Do that with with Reed Richards. Like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic Science, its own book. Like, come on.
Yeah, they did some fun stuff with that with the comic, like putting ads in it when they did the first tie-in.
Yeah.
Comic and like science project stuff.
Yeah, and I saw in this, like, it's all from the Future Foundation. You know, they're really tying it into the movie world as if the Fantastic Four from this world, like, had these books made for people.
Yeah.
Which I awesome. Like I like what they're doing with it. I just don't think it's for me.
Yep. Marvel announced that for Free Comic Book Day, they're re-releasing their own line called Comics Giveaway Day. The titles include setup stories for Spider-Man 1000, Queen in Black, and a setup issue for Armageddon, a 20th Century Studios sampler of stories in the Alien, Predator, and Planet of the Apes universes, and a sampler of their all ages titled Spidey and His Amazing Friends that introduces Jeff the Land Shark to the series. Interesting. I mean, yeah, they're kind of covering all of their... Calling it Comics Giveaway Day is kind of crazy. So is that like, does Previews have the rights to Free Comic Book Day?
Yes. So Diamond owned Free Comic Book Day.
Wow.
And when Diamond was in bankruptcy, they allowed everybody last year to just do it.
Uh-huh.
But they had to distribute it like they did in the past.
Right.
Well, now that Diamond's been bought, one of the things that was sold was Free Comic Book Day because the new distributor, I don't know if they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they know what they're doing.
No.
They sold it to Lunar. So technically, Mike, DC Comics has Free Comic Book Day, which goes into our next story. So, of course, Marvel's going to be like, no, we're not doing that. It's Comic Giveaway Day.
That's so funny. Yeah, DC Comics announced their Free Comic Book Day comics. They'll be giving away DC Next Level sampler that include previews of Batwoman, Lobo, Deathstroke, the Terminator, a preview issue of their all-ages title, Aquamanatee, a reprint of Sonic the Hedgehog X DC crossover, and a reprint of the first issue of The Nice House on the Lake. Yeah, I think DC wins this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I strongly disagree with you.
Well, I mean, they have the name of Free Comic Book Day.
Okay, I'll give you that. They win in that case.
Planet of the Apes. Yeah, you have Aliens and Planet of the Apes. I think their stories are cool, but I want to say Aquamanatee looks like such a fun book.
It does. Here's the reason why I think Marvel has the better slate. Yeah. I think that DC at the last minute got Free Comic Book Day, was doing something, and we're like, well, just previews and reprints.
Yeah.
In the past, they would do things that actually set up into books they were doing. Mm-hmm. Where Marvel's actually, hey, here's the setup for Spider-Man 1000. Here's a setup for Queen in Black. I'm not reading those, but cool. But here's a setup for Armageddon. Hey, there might be a new Planet of the Apes thing, Chris. Yeah. Here's the setup for it. I like when Free Comic Book Day does original stuff as opposed to just like reprints.
Like that. I agree with you though. More original stuff.
I will say, I'll give you for launching Vertigo. Nice House on the Lake reprints can be cool for people coming in. Hey,
yeah, because it's got the Vertigo label slapped on there is pretty nice. Yep.
And for younger readers, Sonic X DC crossover, the full first issue reprint is going to be big because then when those kids come back to the shop, hopefully. The owner can be like, oh, well, here's the collected entire story for you.
There you go.
So I'm not crapping on them. I think they're still, like, they're good ideas for what they're doing. Mm-hmm. For how I read, Mike, I want setups for the stories they're about to tell.
Yeah, you're just excited they're doing more Planet of the Apes stuff.
I'm always excited when they're doing more Planet of the Apes stuff, yes.
And they've been doing the Alien and Predator universes really well last year. So
we know very little, but I'm just excited about Armageddon because it's Chip.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I'll be excited to jump into that. And by then we'll be into that Wolverine series that he's doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Did you read any comics while you were away?
I did. How about you?
Nice. I read a few. I didn't get to this week's comics, but I've caught up on a lot of stuff like Geiger. I caught up on 1819. We basically get the glowing man Geiger gets his powers back by the electric chair. His trusty doggo brings him his rods back, so he's okay. 19, we see the glowing woman, and she like frees kids from like a slave trade ring and arms them with guns and like shoots up a bunch of like the bad guys, which was a pretty epic issue. And then at the end of it, we see Simon Pierce shows up and he says, "Hey, I'm looking for Geiger." So we've seen this happen a few issues now of people showing up and looking for somebody else. So, yeah, I thought it was a good couple issues overall. Yeah. Absolute Superman 14. Did you read this?
No, that's the one I'm behind on.
Yeah, okay, so it ends the story arc. I thought it was a great ending to like the overall story arc. Superman and Ra's al Ghul fight, and Superman gets a giant sword too. So it's like, Ra's al Ghul's got a giant kryptonite sword. Superman's got this giant weapon. The story ends with Superman going to see his mom with dementia, like in the hospital, and she actually passed away. But before she passed away, she was like stitching him a new red and blue costume. So it's like a really nice and like heartfelt ending. Really great way to it's a great Superman story. Lucky Devils number 6. One of the humans is getting more evil. The woman's getting more evil than the guy, and the guy's trying to like get the devils ousted in like real life. So he like goes on his podcast, tries to talk about him, and everybody thinks he's like having a psychotic break. Meanwhile, they're in danger in hell because like hell's like people are investigating this rebellion and like what's going on. So they're trying to figure out who's fucking things up. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 6. We're kind of leading up to a big fight. All the parties are like, "Oh, we're coming to get you. We're gonna fight." Martian Manhunter turns into like a giant dragon thing and was fighting a monster, so that was pretty cool. But they're trying, like, Godzilla pieced out and they're trying to get him back because they need his help. Obviously, he's Godzilla. Justice League Unlimited number 14.
Also, I'm behind on so much DC stuff too.
Oh, okay, that's right. The Mr. Terrific team is in the underworld and gets to the river Styx. There was like a funny interaction with the ferryman. Because like, "Oh, we just need some coins," and the guy was like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "You can't be serious. Like, you can't, like, it's not just coins." They get across the river, but they have to give something up. So like the '90s Aquaman gives him his like trident arm, and he ends up dying. Amazing. The Aquaman ends up dying like fighting this beast like in the water, which was sick. The team on Earth is in trouble when all their like systems start failing to like evacuate Earth. All the electronics stop like working and shit. So it's been pretty good. And then the latest DC KO issue I've read, there was some I skipped. I think the Harley Quinn one I skipped. Mm-hmm. The DC KO Jay Garrick versus Guy Gardner was a lot of fun. That was round 6. It's Guy Gardner wins after he slices up Jay in like a blender. He's like running in circles, and he throws like a propeller like blender and like and then he hits him with a missile in the last round. He like throws a spike through his arm and then hits him with a missile. It was awesome.
Do they regenerate after each round? I haven't been reading any of these.
Yeah, so...
Okay, I was like, that's pretty violent, like, to kill Jay Garrick like that.
They regenerate, and then they get to pick a different version of themselves from, like, another era. So, like, there's, like, a different suit on Jay Garrick and stuff. It is funny, because it starts with Jay Garrick, like, we just have to beat each other in a game. We don't need to kill each other. So he tries to get Guy Gardner to play a game of checkers, and Guy Gardner, like, doesn't understand the rules of checkers, so he just gets fucking mad. He's like, "You're just an old man and don't want to fight." It was really good. But that's all I got. Besides all of the Dungeon Crawler Carl that I'm reading. I'm on book 3 now, but we'll talk about book by book because I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Yeah. I did catch up on a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of like older stuff because I just was not having time to read for a while there. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna get too much into it, but most of it was Marvel because I love Marvel, so I was catching up on a lot of Marvel stuff, but. Some of the newer stuff I read, this isn't really that new, but I did want to just mention it because you talked about it. And Absolute Batman 15, the Joker issue.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Crazy good.
Like,
yeah.
I love that. It was good throughout it, but what really sold it to me was those last 2 pages, man, where he gets into the mansion, which is obviously Bruce's mansion from the regular universe.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll be in the cave. And he goes to the clock, turns it, and goes down. And I'm like, they flipped. In my head, I knew, like, he's rich and Batman's poor.
I never saw it coming with the Manor.
But an exact flip was so great. I thought that was an amazing twist on it. Obvious twist, but amazing. Because nobody's done it, so I don't care if it's obvious.
Yeah.
Batman Green Arrow The Question Arcadia, Book 2. Which this is... So first, just aesthetically, I feel like you would like this because it's Green Arrow from the... Like, the designs, it's Green Arrow from the 80s, it's The Question from the 70s, and it's Batman from the 90s. Nice. Like, it's all the best versions of these guys. Like, the Batman, as you see in the cover, it's him with the gold symbol on his chest. Like,
that's cool.
It's fucking Burton Batman.
Yeah.
This is the issue where all 3 are on this island. Batman's working with the corporation, but he's doing the Batman thing where he's not really working with them. Green Arrow is going and just like attacking everybody because he's like, the corporation's bad, we got to take them down. And then the Question is being the Question and investigating. He's being a journalist trying to figure out. And in the end, they all kind of coalesce to the same conclusion, which is that this guy is using slave labor to create this thing, even though he's trying to help climate change, is still not good. And then we find out he's like just killing people without even thinking about it. And all of them are like, yeah, we got to stop this guy. So the ending of this was like, we're going to team up and take this guy down. I think the art's really cool. I like the story. And just 3 characters I really enjoy. They're like 3 street level vigilantes that I like. So you didn't get to it, but the reason I really wanted to make sure I got the Joker issue done was the Absolute Batman Arc M special came out.
Oh yeah, I did not read that yet.
And this is the story of the Arkham family and how the Asylum was a thing in this universe, but it meets a tragic end. And basically, to not spoil too much, it ties in the Arkham family to Arc M, introduces a character that I think you're going to be excited about. Actually, I know you're going to be excited about. And
it's Crazy Quilt? Hell yeah.
Yes. And then there's a page at the end, well, near the end, where he just goes, we need these people to help me, like, finish the goal and help with Batman. And I'll just read you the list. It's Kirk Langstrom, Pamela Isley, Hugo Strange, Jonathan Crane, Basil Carlo, and Jarvis Tetch.
Oh, hell yeah. That's pretty awesome.
So the villains we haven't seen so far, they're coming.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, good issue. But it's a not as exciting as a read because it's like it's very like, here's the history. But once you get to the end, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, let's move. These last 2 issues of Absolute Batman bumped it up to, I think Batman's my favorite again. We'll see where that comes in the coming, because we talk about every week how it changes. But yeah, the Will of Doom, Mike.
Oh, nice.
Is here. So yeah, it's the literal Will of Doom. Like, it's Valeria gets all of Doom's shit, and while they're trying to figure out how that legally works in the background, all of his Doom bots start attacking across the world. So now everybody's freaking out because Doom bots are attacking everywhere. Valerie's trying to figure out what's going on. And then the Fantastic Four are fighting him. But Valerie figures out that he has... Come here, Ahsoka. Get your tail out of the camera, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
The Fantastic Four are fighting him, and Valerie figures out that on the secret island that Doom had, there's the kill switch to them. And she gets there, she's able to turn off all the Doom bots. And that's kind of the end. But it sets up that Dungeons of Doom thing where there's this hidden space on the island.
Hell yeah.
That they've got to explore. And then the big reveal at the end is that Valerie takes all the Doom bots, repurposes them, and puts the Fantastic Four logo on their chest. So at some point, in whether it's a future event or Fantastic Four, Mike, you're going to see a bunch of Doom bots with the Fantastic Four logo on them.
That'd be awesome.
So it was a cool little like twist around.
That'd be awesome.
Ultimate Endgame #1, which is why I had to catch up my Ultimate stuff. So the maker is you are being naughty. She turned 2 and is now in Terrible 2 territory.
She's in Terrible
Mike.
2s now. Now she's all riled up.
Her new favorite thing is to play with her water dish, and it's just awesome when you come home to a wet kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Ultimate Endgame. So the makers open up the city, and everything that the Ultimates have been preparing for is coming. And they go in, and they figure out, like, things aren't what they thought they were going to be. They're fighting these different creatures, these robots. They run into familiar faces inside the city, at least familiar to us, not to them. And the big reveal at the end is that the Maker isn't controlling the city. The Maker is the city. And you see this giant spire at the middle, and it's the Maker's face. Damn. So we'll see. It was a cool ending, but one issue in. We got to see what's going on.
Yeah, you got to see how it pans out.
A quick Kickstarter book, and one that, if it comes back, Mike, I'm going to be sending your way because you need to read it, which is The Hunter from our friends over at Trouble Comics.
I love that cover.
So, you love the cover, you'll love the art, because that's the art. It's an 80s style comic.
Nice.
That's kind of like Green Lantern meets Swamp Thing.
Okay.
And all the art is in that style.
Oh, that's really cool. And
I don't know if you can tell through the camera, Mike, but it's all newsprint.
Yeah, that looks dope. That's like old school comic.
And then what's really cool is so first, story's really cool. He's fighting, I forget what they're actually called, but they're basically werewolves, but they're not werewolves. It's like a different thing. So this superhero is fighting these werewolves, trying to figure out, because they're attacking people in New York City. He's got to do it. He finally defeats it, and at the end, we see that there's more than one. That's kind of the story. Isn't gonna like break your brain or anything. It's 80s comics, but I think it's really cool. It's got some great action sequences, and Dakota's art is phenomenal. But what's really cool throughout it is Dakota is such a fan of comics that like he created a name or a crossword in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or word search. He creates fake ads throughout it.
Yeah, I saw some of the fake ads when you opened the page. I'm like, hell yeah.
And like the last page, the fake ad is Advanced Myths and Monsters, Mike.
Oh my god,
like,
I love that. Yeah.
You know, he create Wiener Time at the back. Like the care and love put into the issue shows.
Yeah.
And we'll probably only get a couple issues a year out of it, if that. But I think just what he did with this is special and unique, especially on Kickstarter. And he was on the show talking about this. I think you were out for that episode, but they went out of their way to make sure. Like he even said, "I will not print this book unless it's on newsprint." Period. I'll cancel the book if it's not on newsprint.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, really liked it. Really, really enjoyed it, and I hope more people check it out. Whenever issue 2 is launching, I'll make sure to be talking about it. And my last thing, Mike, a book I've been searching for a while now. I read Eye Shield 21, Volume 1.
Oh, nice.
This is the manga about American football.
Yeah.
So it's a high school football team. So it takes place in like a Japanese high school. It has some problematic moments in it.
I'm
like
sure.
With really bad bullying and stuff. But it's problematic from our point of view. I don't know how it is from like...
Yeah, things are different. I don't know, Japan, yeah.
And... it's an okay like I'm not gonna tell anyone to go out and read it, but here's the thing. I don't know if you've ever felt this way. I've wanted a football comic for so long that I'm going to keep going with it just to see because it's everything I've wanted.
Right.
And basically the main character is a kid who gets bullied throughout it, and then one of the bullies realizes that he's always had to run away from bullies, so he's really fast, he can juke, so he'd make a great running back.
That's awesome.
And then, like, you kind of see the bully slowly not being such a piece of shit throughout it. Like, there's little moments that give him some humanity. Right. So maybe if we get further on, it'll be like, oh, I was wrong to do that. Maybe that's kind of the moral of the story. And then if you can also tell this was made for people that don't know football, because there's moments throughout it where if you've ever read a manga where it's explainer manga, and it has those moments where it like cuts from the story and just like tells you like this is what blocking is in football, and like it shows it. It has those in it too. So
that's funny.
It was not my favorite thing, but I enjoyed it, and art's really cool. I just want to see where it's going and see if it's something that could turn into.
Yeah,
something
I used to read Whistle back in the day, which I think was the soccer one, and then they had a baseball one. I liked them all though.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So. And nobody in America's making football comics. I don't know why Japan had to do it, but
was iShield Shonen Jump?
Yes.
Okay, I definitely read it before, and I think his character was in Jump Superstars because there was like a football player you could like fight people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty iShield 21 sounds so familiar, and I think that's why I read a few chapters of it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that's awesome.
So the artist when he does the football matches is awesome. Like he does such a great job.
That's cool. Awesome.
Fucking cat man is driving.
Yeah, she's going crazy.
So with that, Mike, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Fortress Ricker on X/Twitter. Where can they find you and or the show?
You can find me at Fortress Chris on X/whatever other social media you can think of. Also at chriscomicscorner.substack.com. You can find the show at Fortress Pod on X/Twitter and on other social media networks, as well as fortressofcomicnews.com. And if you want to support the show, 5-star reviews, podcatchers, go on YouTube, check out the videos, like, subscribe, share, comment down below on those. And then you can head over to patreon.com/fortresscomics for more. Thank you all so much for watching and or listening this week. We'll see you all here next week.
See you.